Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
The other day I was in my car and I was listening to a gentleman by the name of Jim Rohn. I don't know if some of you heard of him or not, but he's a great speaker from back in the days, and he said some powerful words the other day, and the words were this. He said, "Learn to think on paper." And I was like, damn, that is some boss shit to say. You know, I think I do it. I think I practice it. But I never put words to what I was doing. And I never put any value. You know, I couldn't just pin a value on what I was doing until I heard him say, "Learn to think on paper." So many lights went off. I was like, damn, if you was ever trying to create content, that's what it is. That's what it comes from you. Like if I just write down every thought in my head, I could create journals and books and movies and songs and oh my God, I'm a gold mine. If I thought on paper, I'd have just billions of dollars worth of intellectual property in books and scripts and plays and movies and television shows and comics and commercials, and you know what I'm saying? Those words are so powerful. He said, "Learn to think on paper." Not on social media. Now, don't say I learned to think on paper and I'm really on social media posting everything that pops in my head. No, that's far from what I'm talking about. That's the opposite direction. There's no context in what you're thinking to what you're thinking sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's just pinpointing a moment in time and an emotion or might be, you know, or a reaction. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to be all of you. You know what I'm saying? That's not the same as thinking on paper. And when I say paper, I mean literally you have to be able to write it or print it out. I mean tangible paper. Yeah, it's great if you started it on Word, but at some point you got to print it out. Print it out and put it in a notebook. Organize it too. Don't just have loose pieces of paper around. You know what I'm saying? Keep. I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Now we're gonna get into this. Now, since I started on how powerful that concept was of learning to think on paper, I'm gonna give you 3 ways to think on paper, and they're the 3 best, most productive ways to think on paper. And I think just they're pretty boss practices. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to be a boss, if you want total control over your life and the direction of it's headed and going, and if you want total control over where you are, what you want to be, what you're doing, what you're driving, how you're acting, how you're being respected, how you're being approached, if you want to control all that, then I want you to adapt, or at least apply in some form these practices These 3 are my favorite practices. There's many ways to do it, but these are 3 of my favorite ways to practice thinking on paper. First and foremost is probably the most important. Write down your goals. Those are the most important thoughts in the universe. What you want out of it. I've always believed that the first step of making anything real was writing it down. So why not write down what I want out of life? If writing it down is the first thing and the first step and the first direction, the first step in the right direction of making things happen, why not write it down? It's easy. I can't explain how many people that want something so bad out of life and haven't even written it down anywhere. You want enough money to get your house out of foreclosure, or you need money to get an education in medicine or engineering. You know what I'm saying? If you like, and not have that written down somewhere. I need $67,000 to get my. You know what I'm saying? That's how it has to be written down. What do you want out of life? I need $4.3 million to pay for this mansion that I've seen in Santa Monica. I don't even know if there are mansions in Santa Monica. There's some beautiful houses, but they don't count as mansions because they are small. But what I'm saying is, can you clearly state what you want out of life? And if you can, write it down. That's some of the most important shit to write down that you can ever think of. Is what you want, what you need out of life, what's gonna make it feel fulfilled, what's gonna make your life complete. Is it a wife with a big booty, a degree in law, speaks 3 languages, brown hair, blue eyes? You know what I'm saying? Like what do you want? You can have anything you want. And the first way, and the easiest way to make that happen is to write it down. Where does it state what you want? If I ask you, what are your top 7 goals for this year, the next 3 years, the next 5 months? You know what? What are your top 7 goals? What are your top 7 priorities? What top 7 things you're trying to accomplish? You should be able to tell me something within 30 seconds. I'm trying to pay off this debt. I'm trying to reinvest in my business. I'm trying to buy a new piece of equipment so I can get this much more productivity out of my day. You know what I'm saying? You have to know what your problems are. If somebody asks you, what is your problem? I hope you're able to tell them. What is your problem, young man? The problem is I need $1,750 to get a new book to pay for this class that I'm trying to take. You know what I'm saying? Like you better know what your problem is. So what do you want in life? Write that down. Write your goals down. That's one of the best ways to think on paper, man. Writing your goals down. Number two, use a planner. You know, planner, schedule, whatever you want to call it, calendar. Some of the best things you can write down, some of your best thoughts are what you have to do tomorrow, next week, in 2 days. Some of the best things you write down are things that you have to make happen, have to get out the way, have to go to, have to show up to. You know, your presence is important. Why not write it down? Why not write down where you have to be, where you have to go, what you have to do, who you have to see, who you have to meet, how long you have to be there, what you're going to talk about. Are you catching a pattern of why these habits are some boss shit? Why boss motherfuckers practice these valuable, life-changing, career-building, wealth-forming habits? Being successful is not winning the lottery. It's not an award. It's not a lump sum. It's not a windfall. Being successful is not a windfall. Being successful is who you are every day. It's the decisions you make. It's how you live your life. It's how you walk, how you talk, how you speak to people, how you treat folks, how you love, how you care. That's being successful. So you can imagine how some of these things that I speak on, like learning to think on paper, and the ways to do it, like writing down your goals and using a calendar, can help you be the boss and the success and create the greatness you was meant to create. And be the boss and success you were meant to be. Learn to think on paper. Once again, with using a planner, man, whether you can use Google Calendar. Start there. And the thing about using Google, you can print that shit out. You can share it with people. You know what I'm saying? You can list everything you're doing. And if you're worried about privacy, forget it. There is none. What do you need with privacy if you're a decent, good, great human being in and out and you have nothing to hide and can't nobody got shit on you? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going. I know you don't want everybody to be in your business. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you have to keep certain moves and details to yourself. You know, for safety reasons and to not get your blessings blocked. But for the most part, Google's pretty safe with your information, and that's if you're a diehard a device user. The best way is write it down, print it, and write it in the computer and print it out somehow. But you can do that with Google. If you're a device person, man, keep a schedule. That's one of the things you can do, because not only is it your thoughts. You know, it's a tool. All these things are tools to help you. You know, now when you know you're meeting Mr. Washington on Wednesday, and you know what time, and you set a reminder so you can prepare to be there on time. And not only do you know the time, you wrote a couple of questions down that you want to ask him, wrote a couple of responses down that you want to tell him. You're more prepared. You ready to kick Mr. Washington's ass on that interview on whatever day that was. You know what I'm saying? You're there early, you're dressed sharp, your mind is already on it. Why? Because you planned to be here. You wrote down you were going to be here. You were reminded by what you wrote down that you were going to be here. And now you're here.
S-Class Productions.
That's very different than, oh, I got an appointment today. Oh, shit, I'm supposed to see Mr. Washington. You know what I'm saying? You become a different person that way. You're not equipped for success. You're not putting your best foot forward. You didn't prepare. All you had to do was put it in your calendar. You had 1,000,000 seconds, 1,000,000 opportunities, 1,000,000 brief moments to add it. Do boss shit, and boss shit will happen to you. Move like one. What important person, rich, wealthy, powerful, influential individual you know doesn't have a schedule? Doesn't have a planner, doesn't have a plan. So another great way to keep your thoughts and put your thoughts on paper is use a planner. I'm not telling you to write a book and do a biopic and see who's gonna play you in a movie. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you to write an autobiography. I'm telling you that designing your week, planning your month, scheduling your day. Those are wonderful thoughts to put on paper. Those are wonderful ways to leave how you got to where you're going to be in life. If you're a millionaire right now, everything you did to get to where you are right now was important. Everything makes a difference. I don't care if it was the way you bought toilet paper, the way you chose what app to download. I don't care if it was the way you know what I'm saying? Every decision you made helped you get where you are. Someone else can pick up that story, pick up that journal, pick up that book, pick up that movie, pick up that daily planner and see like, damn, he went to the gym every week. I should be in the gym every week. Damn, it was one of his goals to earn an extra $500 a month through Fiverr. Whoa, maybe I should try to, you know what I'm saying? This is why all these things are valuable. The last thing I want to say, the last way, I can do episodes in all these ways. I can do episodes about writing your goals, in which I do, and I have one, I'm going to do another one. I can do an episode about scheduling, which I have one, budgeting your time, and I'm going to do another one. But I'm going to do, another thing I want to tell you to add to this list on how to keep your thoughts on paper and put your thoughts on paper is create a journal. Create and keep a journal. I don't think you guys know how powerful journals are. I mean, like, think about it. Like, some of the most valuable written works in the world are journals of great people. And I'm going to tell you, some of those people weren't great. They were just people that lived thousands of years ago that had the ability to write. Or 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, 400 years ago, 500, 600, 700 years ago, that had the ability to write and document what they was going through. And it could have been something as simple as we hunted and ate today. That ain't no different from we went to the grocery store and we bought some chicken. You know what I'm saying? But we hunted and ate today. Man, isn't that powerful? Isn't that historic? Isn't that important to know that in 1500 AD that these people hunted and ate today? They hunted, they ate. You know what I'm saying? They were people. They documented what they did. They were smart. They were intelligent. You can tell so much with these writings and from these writings. So journals are so important. And I don't mean a journal like a diary, not Dear Diary. No. I'm not saying you can't have diary entries within your journal, that you can have thoughts and ideas and passion. But to me, I see a journal as just a book of good ideas. Just the way you keep all your good ideas, every good idea you hear, you see, every piece of inspiration, everything that sparks a positive thought and something meaningful in your life, and jot those down. That's what journals are for. I saw a butterfly today and it made me think of a song that I think, you know what I'm saying? Like that's some good stuff to put in your journal. Today I met so-and-so, and that was an inspirational meeting, and he changed my life with just that one word that he said, and the word that he said is this, and that made me think about this, and now, you know what I'm saying? That's stuff to keep in your journal. Man, I think if I get this one piece that looks like this, or if I print this one piece on a 3D printer that looks like this and shaped like this, I can fit it within this little square that looks like this. That should be in your journal. They need to make a new television show about a kid who does this and that and learns how to do. That should be in your journal. Man, today I was hurt because someone told me I was this and this and that, and it made me feel this way because it made me think about all the times this and this and that. That should be in your journal. Think on paper, not on Facebook. Not in an angry email to your boss or coworker. I bet you if you put those thoughts on paper to yourself first, you might have something better to say to these people. You might have a better way of dealing with them now. Just because you got your anger, your frustration, your confusion, your questions out on paper first. Now you look at it and now maybe you have the answer. Now you can go with them with the answer, not the problem. The problem of you being confused and didn't know how to approach it and didn't know what to respond and acted emotional and you know what I'm saying? Keep a journal, man. Keep a journal. How did someone make you feel? How did it feel to get whatever you got done today done? How do you feel that you didn't get everything done? What can you do tomorrow? How can you improve? What do you think is going to make you get more sales, meet more people, influence more lives? Be a better father, be a better husband, be a better son. Be a better brother, sister, cousin. Be a better follower, be a better leader. Be a better teacher, be a better student. How can? You know what I'm saying? How can? There should be a lot of questions in your journal. How can I do this? How can I do that? How do I? Where do I? Before you even put it in your Google, put it in your journal. Where do I do this? Because you might not always be around your phone. You know what I'm saying? You might just have to write it down. So keep a journal. Keep a place where your questions and solutions are. You might need them again. How many people have ever made the same mistake twice? Do you think you'd make that same mistake if you had a journal that documented you'd made that mistake by doing this? You think you're going to do this again? It's written down. I did this. I went left instead of right there last time. And it was a problem over there. And it was a problem there 2 times ago. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm not going there because it's written here that I went left twice. You know what I'm saying? So keep a journal. All right. Anyway, man, that's what I got for you, man. I love y'all, and I just hope y'all remember, man, to think on paper. You know what I'm saying? And I say all that because 5 months from now, a year from now, 4 years from now, 20 years from now, or should I say $100 from now, $5,000 from now, $20,000 from now, 6 figures from now, 2 million from now. Everything you went through is going to be valuable. Everything you went through is going to be something worth reading. Good and bad. Ups and downs. These are things that can help you, your family, others, the next generation, the grandkids, future civilization. Your story is the most valuable thing you have, and can't nobody take it away from you. So be prepared to share it. All right? Anyway, man, I love y'all. That's my episode for today, man. Check us out at lifeofaboss.net. Man, check me out on all the social media platforms. I'm always giving away free game. I'm always just trying to put some stuff out there to help, inspire, uplift, motivate, and all that other good shit. All right? Until next time, man, know that success is the lifestyle. All right? It's how you live every day. It's in every decision you make, man. It's not a dollar amount. It's not a win. It's not a victory. It's in your habits, your routines, your processes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to let y'all go. All right? Don't say I never gave you nothing. Peace.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardin. Thank you. And to never forget that success is a lifestyle.